Hello, everyone. It's been a while. Life's been a little hectic, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to sit down and do some recording. Um, in the time since the last time we've talked, a few games have come out that I've given a fair shake at. Diablo 4 finally came out in full release, and Elder Scrolls Online Necrom has come out as well. I've been playing a little bit of each of those games off and on. It's a lot of fun. I gotta say, like Diablo 4 has had quite a controversial opening. We'll say that much. But the gameplay itself, the themes, the mood, it's a good game. It's a pretty good game. I got nothing bad to say about it so far. I've been playing hardcore on that as well. It's like I can't really shake the hardcore bug, honestly. Um, Elder Scrolls Online Necrom is pretty sweet so far. I've just been doing overworld exploration, doing quests, or not. Yes, doing quests, checking out the new Arcanist character. It's a pretty good character. One ability is like a channeled beam ability that is like incredibly overpowered. Um, but yeah, the general consensus is it's a pretty decent expansion. Um, but yeah, that's that for what I've been doing off camera. As far as on camera, I actually sat down for a little bit earlier and tried to get some filming done on a fresh character in Diablo 4. But both times I tried to sit down, this the recording software, Streamlabs Desktop, decided it just didn't want to cooperate, and it crashed two times. One time I had to fully reset my computer, and I lost the damn footage. It was really terrible. And so like I played through like the opening area of Diablo 4, tried to get it recorded, it wouldn't come through. So like, okay, that's fine. Let's try it again. So I sat down and recorded like another like 30-minute session, checked on the footage, and again, it did not like it for whatever reason. It just decided it does not want to record Diablo 4 footage. I think maybe my computer might not be quite as powerful as it needs to be in order to record that footage, which is really disappointing to me because I did want to do a playthrough of Diablo 4. But is what it is, I guess. Maybe I'll have to find a way to upgrade my computer, and then we can actually do something like that. But in the meantime, we are just gonna hang out and level up our character in Warcraft Classic. So if you haven't been around or you haven't seen like the previous few episodes, this character is an achievement run character, and there is, I believe, like 4 or 5 achievements that we're going for. We can actually see the achievements by checking out the hardcore tab in your character page. Yeah, we got 5 different achievements we're going for. One of them is Berserker, which means you have to complete the hardcore challenge without at any point equipping mail or plate armor or a shield. Only cloth and leather armor are allowed. If your race starts with a shield, unequip it upon logging in. Then we have Tied Hands. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point using a stance other than battle stance. Switching to defensive stance or berserker stance is not allowed. Which is fine for me because I'm not doing any quests on this character, which means I will never learn defensive stance or berserker stance. Homebound. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point leaving the continent on which your character was started. If you started in Kalimdor, you may at no point enter the Eastern Kingdoms. If you started in the Eastern Kingdoms, you may at no point enter Kalimdor. That one's going to be a little bit more difficult because as a warrior, we need access to certain weapon skills. And being here on Kalimdor, being here on Kalimdor, we only have access to like a few weapon styles. That's it, because there's only one weapon trainer here, versus over in Eastern Kingdoms, there's like 3 weapon trainers. So that is really limiting for what we're going to be able to do here. Bloodbath. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point completing a quest. No exceptions. No quest can be done, period. It's not a zilch. Can't do it. So the only way you're going to be able to level up is literally by grinding. And then we have Solitary Struggle. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point joining a group or dungeon or for a dungeon. Entering a dungeon alone is allowed. So basically what this boils down to is I can't join a group, I can't do quests, I can't leave Kalimdor, I can't use any stance other than battle stance, and I can't equip any weapon or armor, or any armor above leather, and I can't equip a shield. So this is basically what we're playing as. And so far, we're level 14, and we have not broken any of these rules yet. So that's where we're sitting. So this character is going to be a work in progress for a very, very long time. Mostly just because of all the grinding that we're gonna have to be doing. Hey, someone gave me a buff. How nice of them. Ooh, dagger's up to 66. Not bad. Let's go to our immersion tab. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but this is pretty much the life of this character, is just going around and grinding mobs all day long, all day, every day. It's the only way you're going to gain levels. And the only way we're going to be able to make weapons and armor for ourselves, well, we can't make weapons because we're not doing blacksmithing, we're doing leatherworking. So we can make our own leather armor, but we cannot make any weapons. So for weapons... Man, got a lot of yawns today. For weapons, we're pretty much at the mercy of whatever happens to drop from our enemies. So far, I've only been lucky enough to find a dagger with a little bit of attack power on it. But thankfully, I can just sit here and grind on animals all day for all the skins I'll ever need. I think this mob just had like an animation glitch. It just like did not attack for like 3 seconds. Grab that skin. So yeah, life's been a little crazy lately. It's like I've spoken about it before, that like my route has changed. I'm kind of like relearning how to do my job, you know. But aside from that, been having some issues with my dogs in the backyard. Um, I have 4 dogs, one of which is a Great Pyrenees. And if you know that dog breed, you know they're very large and they're very territorial. And this dog decided they wanted to try and rip the planks of wood out of the fence between my backyard and the neighbor's backyard to try and get to the other yard to go and play with the other dog. It's like, my dog is very friendly, is very inquisitive, and just wants to make friends with everyone. It's like that there's no malice. Like, she's not trying to get over there to like fight the other dog. She's just like, you're over there, I'm over here, that sucks, I want to play, come on. It's honestly like super wholesome when you think about it, but the destruction is not wholesome. I'm not liking that at all. And so I spent like the majority of this morning getting new planks of wood and nailing them back up into the fence. But unfortunately, um, this is an old house. This house, I believe, was built probably in like the 1960s, in that era. And so a large portion of that fence is kind of like rotted and decaying. And so we're eventually going to have to replace the entire fence, and I am not looking forward to that at all. But for now, it's a quick fix. We managed to get the planks up, so there is that barrier is back in place. I just have to keep a close eye on my dogs to make sure they don't try to rip the damn planks out again. Such a pain in the ass. So yeah, that was my morning and basically my week. My days at work have like skyrocketed, like going from 10-hour days to minimum 12-hour days is really cut into my recording time. That my wife decided to pick up an extra shift at work, and so that leaves me alone at home with the dogs. I'm like, you know what? Let's make use of this little bit of time that we have, and let's try to get a recording session in. So that's what we're doing right here. We're just gonna record our thoughts and grind some mobs. Nice and chill, nice and laid back. No reason to stress. All my dogs are passed the hell out right now, which is great. Great for me at least. We've been taking them out for walks every night to get them more used to being out and being socialized. And thankfully, that has led to them being more tired out afterwards. Makes so I can actually sleep at night, which is a bonus. Let's uh let's munch on an egg real quick. Get a food buff. So yeah, that's basically what life's been for me over the last week and a half. Um, I will admit though, the paychecks have been a lot nicer now that like I'm working more hours. I cannot argue with that. Like I've seen like at least an extra couple $100 on each paycheck, which is pretty nice. And that always seems to be like the big like point of contention with just like life in general is never having enough money to spread around. That you work as much as you can, pull extra shifts, work longer hours, just to try and get by. Not to get ahead, but just to bring those two ends a little bit closer together. It's the world we live in now. I can't say I like it, but I understand it. Big crit. Definitely understand. I wish I didn't. I wish sometimes that we could just go back a good 20 years and make better choices, you know? But we don't always have that opportunity. So we just gotta make the best of the time we're given, you know? Mm, mm. And right now, I'm making the best of these extra few hours that I'm being given today to make a little video and say hello to all you people out there watching these videos. I'd like to say that I'm grateful that you're here. And I hope you are enjoying these videos as much as I am enjoying making them. Like I don't have any real like goals of like monetization or like making this into like a big money making thing. I mean, if I wanted to do that, I could just replicate what everyone else does. I kind of just want this to be an avenue for me to put my thoughts to paper, you know? And if I can do that, it kind of helps my mental health a little bit. Allows me to not have everything so bottled up and just speak my mind. Even if no one out there ever hears what I'm saying, it helps me to put it out there. Like there's this therapist's exercise that they like to put you on. It's to journal, to keep a written log of your daily thoughts and to write just a little bit into your journal every day. It's a way to kind of decompress your mind a little bit, make it so that all of your thoughts aren't like locked up in your head. Like you can attribute some of it to paper, even if no one ever reads it. It's therapeutic for you to put these thoughts to paper in an effort to kind of like just untangle your brain a little bit. I should have hamstringed you. There we go. Got him. Yeah, it's a pretty helpful tactic, and this channel I'm kind of like treating as my notebook right now. I hope you don't mind. I saw a absolutely fantastic, terrible movie last night. It was called Sharks of the Corn. I was looking for some terrible uh, like horror movies to put on the TV as like background noise, and we found by we I mean my wife and I, we found this movie called Sharks of the Corn, and it was every bit as terrible as I was hoping it to be. It was like this weird um it, like no budget film. It literally looked like it was some dude's like college project and he was getting his friends together to like film it in like a fucking cornfield. It was like chef's kiss level of just bad, and I loved every minute of it. Like by the end of the movie, both my wife and I were like on the edge of our seats, just like trying to like see just how bad this movie was going to get, and it did not disappoint at all. Oh my god! If you have like an hour and a half to kill, and you just like want to like make a drinking game out of it or something, like definitely watch Sharks of the Corn. It was an absolute pleasure to behold. Oh man, it's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Like production value, non-existent. Acting talent wasn't even there, but it was fun. Oh, Thistlebear. You never learn. Mm. Another thing, one of my dogs. Like I said earlier, I have four dogs. One of them is a Dachshund Shih Tzu. She's the eldest of our dogs. I believe she's about like 14 years old now. And she had some irritation in her right eye and a little bit of like a liquid discharge. So I took her to the vet this morning to try and find out what was wrong with her. And turns out it was nothing. We did a scan of the eye itself, didn't find any foreign objects. There was no foxtails or nothing. She just had some inflammation in her eye and a little bit of a liquid discharge. And they just patted her on the butt, gave us some eye drops, and sent us on our way. It was $140 to be told that there was nothing wrong with my dog. But I'll say this: it was $140 for peace of mind, and I will gladly pay that any day to know that my dog is perfectly healthy. I'm more than happy to know that. I would rather know that my dog is doing well and is happy and healthy rather than assume that my dog is healthy and be completely wrong. That would break my heart right there. If something bad happened to my dog and there was even a chance that um, I could have done something about it, I would feel absolutely terrible if I did not take that opportunity. Come on, get him already. You're taking too long. There we go. Some of these monsters take an awfully long time to kill. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm thinking I might need to switch over to a different recording software. Because OBS has been like really screwing up lately. Or not OBS, but like Streamlabs OBS. I might download and check out like just regular old OBS just to see if it works better. But we can't be making videos if the software that we're using to make it doesn't work, you know? It's just it's just not gonna happen, my friend. But, how's your week been? How have things been with you? You tried any new games? Read any good books? I don't read myself. I just can't really find the time to devote to it. The only time I ever like sat down to read books was when I was working overnight for a store, and I had like these long like lunch hour breaks, like entire hour just to have lunch. I didn't need a whole hour to eat lunch. I needed like maybe 20 minutes. So you're sitting there for like another 40 minutes. And like that was the only time I actually like pulled out a physical book to read it. And I actually read through like the entire Game of Thrones series while on my lunch breaks. It was kind of funny because those books are fucking fat. Like those books average between 600 and 1,000 pages each. It's not good. It is too many words, too many pages. But thankfully, George Martin is a fantastic author, and I really didn't feel like putting the books down. So kudos to Martin for like making a person like me, someone who does not like to read at all, actually sit down and read. Very impressive, good sir. Okay. I am going to cut it a little short today. And the reason being is because Streamlabs has been giving me hell, and I want to make sure that I get at least something recorded today before it crashes, so I can actually put something out onto YouTube and give you nice people something to watch for a few minutes. But I'm going to dig in and find out what the issues are with this software and find out how I can fix it. So hopefully the next episode will be a little bit longer, a little bit more engaging for you. So until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you around.